Return to the past. The drive to her old neighborhood took 40 minutes through increasingly sparse traffic as she left the city behind. Sarah had been back to the suburbs a few times over the years, but never to her actual street, never to the house where she'd grown up. After her father disappeared, she'd gone to live with her aunt on the other side of town. The house had been sold eventually, passed through a few owners, and then, according to what she'd heard, had been abandoned after the last owner had financial troubles. As she turned onto Maple Street, memories flooded back. There was the Johnson's house, where she used to play with their daughter Emily. The Martinez family's home, with the beautiful garden that Mrs. Martinez had tended so carefully. The Chen family's place, distant cousins she'd barely known but saw at family gatherings. But everything looked different now. Smaller somehow. The trees were larger, the houses more worn. Several homes had for sale signs in the yards. The neighborhood had that sad, forgotten quality that some suburbs get when the families move away and new ones don't move in. Sarah parked her car at the curb in front of 847 Maple Street, her childhood home. The house was clearly abandoned. The windows were boarded up with plywood that had weathered to a dull gray. The lawn was overgrown, full of weeds and wild grass that came up past her knees. The white paint on the siding was peeling, revealing rotted wood underneath. She sat in her car for a long moment, staring at the house. She'd been happy here once. She remembered playing in that front yard, remembered her father teaching her to ride a bike on this very sidewalk. She remembered summer evenings catching fireflies, winter mornings building snowmen. And she remembered the last day she'd seen her father. He'd been acting strange all week, nervous and jumpy. He'd barely slept, had spent hours in the basement working on something he wouldn't explain. And then one morning, he was simply gone. No note, no goodbye, no explanation. The police had investigated, of course. They'd searched the house, interviewed neighbors, looked for any clue about where he might have gone or why. But they'd found nothing. No evidence of foul play, no indication of plans to leave. He'd simply vanished. Sarah got out of the car and walked slowly toward the house. The front door was secured with a heavy padlock, but she wasn't planning to go in that way. She remembered that the basement window in the back had a broken latch. It had been broken even when she lived here, and her father had kept meaning to fix it but never had. She walked around the side of the house, pushing through overgrown bushes that caught at her clothes. The backyard was even more overgrown than the front, full of tall grass and weeds and saplings that had sprouted up over the years. And there it was, the basement window. Small, rectangular, set low in the foundation. Something made her kneel down beside it. Maybe it was instinct. Maybe it was the same intuition that had made her a good detective. But as she looked at the window, she noticed something. It was open. Just a crack. Maybe an inch, but definitely open. Someone had been here. Recently.